Mankind has created many things in their short time on this planet. One of these creations has come back to haunt them. Smog is one of the most common and dangerous types of pollution to affect populous regions of the world. The World Health Organization estimates that over 7 million people die prematurely each year from causes directly linked to air pollution. Although the majority of these reported deaths come from developing countries, even the most developed nations are not excluded from the impact of air pollution. In the US alone, approximately 200,000 of these deaths occur every year. To put that into perspective, that is nearly 6 times more deaths than the total number of vehicle-related fatalities in the US in 2016. Despite many claiming to be fighting smog and air pollution, the CO2 levels in the air have only continued to rise year after year. According to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, in 2013 the CO2 in the atmosphere surpassed 400 parts per million for the first time in recorded history. If this rising pattern continues to over 1500 ppm, the atmosphere won't ever return to pre-industrial levels even after tens of thousands of years into the future. If mankind does not come together now and truly act upon this grave problem, this planet, the air man breathes, will forever be scarred. Time is running out.
The ice in the North and South Poles is melting rapidly as a result of global industry. Since William Howard Taft founded Glacier National Park in 1910, the number of glaciers within the park has gone from approximately 150 to less than 30. The ice melts into the sea and causes it to rise. If the sea levels begin to rise, coastal cities around the world will become flooded and eventually submerged over the course of several centuries. Rising sea levels will not only result in melting ice caps. There are hundreds of thousands of different species of organisms that call the North Pole and South Pole home. The melting of the ice caps will lead to the destruction of their habitats. Unless something is done, the landmass of the world will be drastically changed, as many low-lying regions will become submerged. There is no evidence to suggest that temperatures around the globe will stop rising by themselves, so the ice will keep melting and increasing sea levels until humanity decides to take action.
Hurricane Harvey slammed into Texas over the weekend, bringing widespread flooding, power outages, and severe destruction.
One of the main issues halting progress towards climate change is the politicization of the movement. Due to some believing it to be a conspiracy, the issue has been up for debate. Similar to being anti-immigration, denying climate change has become a calling card of the conservative right.
Joe,
what do you mean you don't buy it?
I just don't buy the fact. I don't buy the fact that it's a crisis. I don't buy the fact that it's a crisis. I just don't.
Why not?
This is the opposite for the liberals. The liberals have been very vocal for work toward solving the issue of climate change, but presidents like Barack Obama have had little success swaying the conservatives as they dislike other policies created by the liberal presidents. President Trump has utilized illogical arguments against climate change to take away the United States' focus. He has endangered this movement by focusing on infrastructure instead of renewable energy. At the beginning of his term, he said he didn't believe that climate change was a significant threat. He then permitted the construction of the Keystone XL pipeline, voiding Obama's Clean Power Plan.
In order to fulfill my solemn duty to protect America and its citizens, the United States will withdraw from the Paris Climate Accord.
He then pulled America out of the Paris Climate Accord and promised that he would redirect billions of dollars that the Obama administration pledged to the UN climate change programs. He has been known to deny climate change and call it a hoax.
It'll get cooler, it'll get warmer, it's called weather.
This is problematic because it is much easier to make money using fossil fuels than finding new and clean energy. Economic growth is one of the prime focuses for conservatives. For those focused on profits, renewable energy and fuel is seen as a threat. Many politicians and businessmen alike would rather harm their environment than their wallet.
Today, there is a vast disconnect between man and nature. We care so much about consumerism and money and being content for the moment that we are blind to what we are doing to the very home that we live on. To the point that we have begun to actively ignore scientific proof just for a quick materialistic gain. That small green piece of paper means so much to us. We have forgotten where it came from.